The mission this time is a landed UFO, which can involve hacking, so we're bringing out our specialist again to try for some hacking rewards. Once again, there's a chance that the Warlock will turn up, so we also have our Reaper to scout and for the adversary bonus as expected. Then we have our standard units. A Ranger for the crit flanks. Our top-ranking Grenadier, who has hail of bullets, and we'll explain why that's important during the mission. Our Spark, for overdrive shooting as always. And our top-ranking Sharpshooter, for the blue-screen gunslinger combo. The biggest difference that you'll notice is that almost everyone in the squad has received some kind of upgrade. Our Ranger now has the Storm Gun, the Tier 3 beam variant. Our Reaper has the Shadow Lance. Our Grenadier has the beam cannon, which we wanted to give them last mission but we didn't quite have enough supplies. Our Sharpshooter has the Plasma Lance. And finally our Specialist has the Gremlin Mark II, so she'll do more damage with combat protocol and have a higher hack chance. Other than that, we have the usual items. We have Mind Shields on our 3 frontline troops. We have Talon rounds on our Ranger for the crits, and blue screen rounds on our Sharpshooter for mechanical enemies. Our Specialist has the Skulljack, not because we actually plan to use it, but because with skull mining it has a small hacking bonus, as well as the Mimic Beacon for emergencies.
Menace 1-5, UFO site coordinates locked in. Move to secure the area, neutralize all hostiles. Try to keep it down.
On landed UFO missions, the timer doesn't start until you break concealment. Once you break concealment, you'll have a certain number of turns to reach a command console in the center of the UFO. You can either hack the console or destroy it to stop a call for reinforcements. So we're going to try and get as close to the UFO as we can before fighting. Once again, we have an extra soldier in the squad, this time it's a stun lancer. This is again because of the double agent resistance order we equipped.
As you order, Commander.
We have our first 2 pods here. We have an Archon and 2 Codexes, and then we also have an officer and a stun lancer.
I will go.
We'll put our Spark on the roof for high ground and move our Sharpshooter as close as we can for pistol shots.
Got it. Moving. Copy that. Moving to designated coordinates. Tenfold.
They're staying together. Ideally one of them moves away so we can engage the other pod on their own. We'll wait for another turn and see if they separate, because we don't want to fight them both at the same time.
My turn on watch.
Got it covered. Roger, I've got my eyes on it. Affirmative. Covering now.
We could use hail of bullets on the Archon to guarantee the hit, but I want to make sure it's not on cooldown if we need it. We should be able to clear this pod even if we miss.
Not even visible here.
Our Reaper got spotted. We should have moved him out of the way, but it's okay because we didn't activate any other pods. We'll try and finish off the Archon with face-off on our sharpshooter. First we'll take a shot at the other Codex to get it low enough to kill.
Taken care of. Target's eliminated.
We can't reconceal our Reaper yet, because he was spotted this turn. We'll maintain position with him and bring up our other units, in case another pod patrols into him.
Overwatch mode active.
Let's move already.
Scanning.
Didn't get through to the meat.
Target engagement failure.
Menace 1-5, we just picked up an outbound signal coming from the UFO. It's some kind of distress beacon. You need to get inside that ship and shut down the signal before they send their whole fleet after us.
We'll bring our Grenadier out, and while she is flanking the stun lancer, the officer is the bigger concern because he's so far back. We'll try to take care of the stun lancer first and then come back to him.
Advancing. Terminated.
Our Spark got a hair trigger, which is great because they're out of ammo. Now we can use demolition to try and remove the officer's cover. We can reconceal our Reaper now and send him forward to check if we're clear to move closer.
Moving as ordered.
Tired of waiting.
Now we can try for a crit with our Ranger, but it's only a 69% shot. We'll try with a more accurate class first. He's only got 4 HP now, so we can move our specialist up and use her upgraded combat protocol to guarantee the kill. With the Mark II Gremlin, it goes up to doing 4 damage. We'll send our Reaper forward to scout a path inside the UFO. He can't reach the door on this side, so we'll go to the other one.
I will reposition.
Got it covered.
I've spotted an alien patrol.
Here's our third pod right next to us. It's a heavy mech, shield bearer, and Spectre. We'll pull back in case they come out of this door. These barrels might be explosive, but they're probably not close enough to hit them all. We can reach them with a claymore though, so we'll use that next turn if they don't move. I'm worried that we might run low on time if we move around to get this pod. We could go in this way, but then we might reveal another pod over here anyway. I'd rather go in the way we've already scouted.
Let's move already.
Don't waste my time.
Maximum range.
We'll make sure to bring our specialist right in so they're closer to the objective.
Double time! Let's rock!
We also want our sharpshooter in close so she can use her blue screen pistol abilities.
Affirmative. Covering now.
They went further in. We'll keep moving up and try again next turn. We should be close enough to reach the console in time.
Here I come.
Finally!
On my way.
Moving on target.
Running!
Optical sensors on
Affirmative!
overwatch.
Covering now!
We have to go in this turn. We'll start with the claymore, and we'll also try to blow open the wall so our specialist can get in easier.
A deadly trap.
We'll want to get rid of the mech first, possibly followed by the shield bearer since he's so low. Our sharpshooter can only see the Spectre, so we'll start with our grenadier.
You're nothing to me.
While our sharpshooter does have lightning hands ready, I want to hang on to it if we need it. We'll try a standard pistol shot and see what we get. The Spectre doesn't count as a purely mechanical enemy, so it's not weak to combat protocol. We'll try another pistol shot and keep lightning hands.
Put something over here. Got him.
That just leaves the shield bearer. He's behind a piece of cover, and he's also got a defense stat, so he's going to be quite tough to hit. We can use Bombard on our Spark though to remove the cover. We'll just make sure we're not blocking our specialist's path before moving in.
Scanning approach vector.
We can actually hack the objective from here, which is good to know. We'll move our specialist so she can hack the objective, and then try to get the kill with our ranger.
keeping score.
There aren't any other enemies in sight, so we should be safe to hack the console. This can sometimes be a little risky because gremlins can activate pods in certain cases.
Access granted.
Bypassing security. We're good to go.
We've knocked out the alien distress signal. Looks like the skies are quiet.
There is still at least one more group of aliens on the map. We'll grab the loot first and hold position for now.
I'm needed.
I wouldn't mind getting a closer look at their flight computer. Ours could probably use some updates.
I loaded these cartridges myself!
Sensors at maximum range.
Back online!
We're green to go.
Ready
I'm on
to
it.
engage. Overwatch.
Still nothing yet. We'll send the Reaper out to see if we can find them.
My life is in your hands.
This one is uniquely graceful compared to some of the other species we've seen. It also gives off very strong psionic readings.
That is the Gatekeeper, which is one of the toughest enemies in the game. We'll stay on Overwatch until we can get eyes on it with our Reaper.
Come get
On
some.
Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
We could hear that it smashed through this wall.
Moving out.
If it doesn't move next turn, then we'll use our other Claymore. We do have remote star targets, but they're not displaying any damage.
Reapers are always
Got it covered.
vigilant.
Moving to Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Overwatch. Target still standing.
Come
Missed
on!
the target.
Target remains viable.
We're green to go.
The reason why we wanted Hail of Bullets available is because Gatekeepers have an absolutely enormous 4D defense, which makes them impossible to hit. So we're going to be using Hail of Bullets here to guarantee the first hit.
Armor still holding.
While we do have a teamwork action with our specialist, and she can throw the mimic beacon to a good spot, our grenadier is now out of ammo, so she wouldn't be able to do much other than launch a grenade. We'll try to shoot a rocket in without hurting ourselves. It should be big enough to hit all of them, we just have to find a good spot. I should have been using my sharpshooter here. Gatekeepers count as cybernetic enemies, which means they also take increased damage from blue screen rounds. Gunslingers are great for this because they have high accuracy and can shoot up to 5 times.
neutralized.
Minimal damage on target.
This should be the last enemy, so we just need to decide who gets the kill. We already have a Colonel Ranger from that last mission. Ideally we'd give it to our sharpshooter, but she's not going to be able to kill it with one pistol shot. We can soften it up using combat protocol, and then we can try to finish it with the pistol. If it's still alive, we'll use the Reaper.
Heading to that location. Good riddance.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
A fairly routine mission with no warlock once again. As you can see, having hail of bullets and hollow targeting on your grenadiers makes dealing with gatekeepers a lot easier. We really need to find an expanded magazine for her, because only having 3 ammo means you can get caught out without enough to use hail of bullets. Autoloaders help, but they have limited uses and can easily be wasted.
Nothing boosts morale like a few dead aliens. We got more than our share today.
The game thinks we're low on scientists, but we've already done most of the weapons and armor research. You'll notice we got some resources from that mission, so we should be good for the time being. It looks like those soldiers also increased their bond, so we can improve that to level 2. At this stage we don't really need more alloys and Alarium, but the alternative is to abandon our progress and go for supplies instead.
Any of your loyal forces sent to investigate this site, Commander.
We'll finish doing this scan site, in case something better comes up, and then we'll start contacting the Forge region.
Our action together is complete, Commander.
Looking down our covert action options, the only one worth considering is the counter action that has a promotion. The only other option would be to do the Hunt the Chosen action for the assassin, but we don't really need to yet. There's a moderate chance of ambush that we'll have to be wary of. The question is, who do we want to get a promotion? We already have a grenadier with chain shot and hail of bullets, and we just got a colonel rank ranger. We'll do our top rank sharpshooter, to make sure she has her final ability available. Let's make sure she's not taking any important weapons or items. Then we'll bring along our Templar to keep any aliens locked down.
My client will do whatever is needed.
Strategic resource located.
We didn't get a new scan site, so we'll go and contact the Forge region as we said earlier.
Setting course for Sector 4, Chile.
It is just as I had hoped, Commander.
This is the research we would want to do next anyway, so this is very convenient. It will still take 14 days because we don't have many scientists, but this is the last major research we need to do.
I'd assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
The black market is finally back. We'll break off to go scan that, because we're missing so many of the superior upgrades we need, like expanded magazines and scopes. The first one is the Hidden Dark event, and it has an engineer as a reward, which we don't really need now. This one's the one that adds faceless, and you get a scientist, which could be quite useful. And the final one adds risk of ambush and has intel. We don't really need the intel, but the risk of ambush would be nice to get rid of. We could really do with the scientist, and countering the faceless event would be helpful. For this one, we can just stick to soldiers who can handle ambushes to deal with it. So next time we'll do the mission to counter faceless spawns.
Setting course for the Mexican Regional Tract.